Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about President Biden and a couple of questions that he received and his incredibly short answers to those questions. Then we're going to kind of talk about what he said, and then we're going to talk about the coverage that has emerged since those answers were given. Okay, so to start off with, we'll start at the beginning. The first question that he was asked, dealing with what's going on at the universities here in the United States right now. Have the protests forced you to reconsider any of the policies with regard to the region? To which Biden responded, no. That's the entirety of the answer. Okay. So, that's an incredibly honest answer. That is an incredibly honest answer. Probably not how it should have been answered politically, but when you are talking about foreign policy, if you want to go back to the really long video that was answering questions from people who were at these demonstrations, don't expect immediate results. It's a true answer. No, they're not going to impact his decision making. Probably would have been wiser to say something along the lines of, we listen to everybody and we take everybody's opinion into consideration and, but we defer to our experts. Probably would have gone over better than just, no, that's not going to alter anything. Again, those demonstrations, that should not be a goal of them, because that's not going to occur. Foreign policy does not turn on a dime. Then the next question, do you think the National Guard should intervene? Please listen to the phrasing of that. Do you think the National Guard should intervene? And he said no. You already have headlines saying that the National Guard will not be used. Once again, the governor can call out the National Guard. Him saying no here does not mean that the National Guard isn't going to show up later. That is not what that means. So, as far as that answer, that is what it is. Do you think the National Guard should intervene? And he said no. Didn't really expand on it. He could have said no and I won't do it or anything like that. He just said no. But again, despite what a lot of people who are playing on an anticipated lack of coverage and explanation, people who are up on Capitol Hill, the governor has that ability. The governor can call out the National Guard. Doesn't have to be the president. In fact, we're really in this situation, it didn't even make sense initially. Now that there are demonstrations in various states, sure, you could say maybe it makes sense to federalize the National Guard and have the president do it and blah, 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 blah. But, at the end, if he did that, that would be a massive overreach, historically speaking. That's not something that occurs when you're talking about demonstrations like this. That's up to the governors. The governors don't want to do it because, it's a bad idea. If you look, those places where they have gone in and, knocked everybody around, it almost seems like that kind of security clampdown caused them to spread. It's not actually how you handle that stuff. You're supposed to handle that stuff if you are on the establishment side. They don't read their manuals. So that's what's going on. Do not take his statements to be dismissive. Okay? They're honest. They are honest. And do not take him saying that he doesn't think the National Guard should intervene to mean that they won't. Because The governor has the ability to call out the National Guard. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.